Hello and welcome to this video on the new Hustle Castle Arena artifacts, and what we're going to do is refresh the page with the many diamonds we have and then have a look at all the new artifacts they've added, which is going to be 6 in total. And the reason we're looking at this is because for many people, you won't want to spend your diamonds just to see what the new artifacts are until they come around, but this way we're going to be able to speed up the process and actually show you what these artifacts are going to be like. I would also be adding a chest opening to the beginning of this video with all the chests that I've collected, and this way if you didn't get as many as I did, at least you know what you need for next time to get as many items as I do. And then we'll be ending on the usual diamond giveaway that Hustle Castle has kindly supported, so stick until the very end so you don't miss out who the winners are and how you can join the future ones. You can skip to any of these times if you like, if you don't want to see the chest opening or just want to see who the winners are this time around. So let's start off with the chest opening, and this will be fairly quick as I'm not looking to deep dive into this too much, but this will give you a good idea if you might want to buy more coins for more spins if you think you can actually get another item. Now I've unfortunately not had a lot of time to play the game over the last week, but if you wanted to know how to earn the most coins possible from Monopoly events, then make sure you check out this video here for some great tips. Now I have all of these chests to open in total, so let's see what I can get from this, and I really hope I can get the God of War outfit for the mage, as I do think this is a great item you can get from the event. From the first major lot of mage chests, we was able to get a nice amount of mithril, with also getting a legendary spell power gem, which is quite nice to see. And opening the rest of the mage chests, we was able to get another legendary spell power gem, and also collect the God of War outfit and God of War orb. Moving on to the archers, after opening up the first big chunk of chests, we was able to get another legendary spell power gem, seems to be a bit of a theme here, and also get a lot of mithril. We do get the God of Slyness crossbow and the gear, but I'm not too fussed about this anyway as I wasn't planning on using this. And as for the rest of the archer chests, I was only able to get an ancient essence and that's it. Moving on to the warriors chest now, and the first major lot gives me a legendary magic armor gem and some mithril, while also giving me the Thunder God sword and Thunder God plate mail. The remaining chests don't give me anything significant, but that's unfortunately how it goes sometimes. So we got all of the major things I wanted to get with some nice extras, so if you're roughly earned the same amount of chests as I did and you haven't received that much, then it could be worth paying for some coins if you're getting really close to a chest, as this might give you the reward you're looking for. Moving on to the artifacts from the arena, we can see the first artifact is the Candelabrum of Fate. Now this artifact seems to be very useful for your team if you don't have any healers and still have the ability to spawn in minions. This artifact is also going to be great for people wanting to improve their gem base, so this can definitely be worth looking out for in the future if you're struggling in that area. The next artifact is the Enchanted Astrolabe. This item is actually not a bad item considering the items they've recently brought out. It's certainly not the best artifact here in my opinion, but the fact that 2 enemies take 50% more damage, and if it hits the right people, it can actually give you quite a big advantage. But because it's at random and only 2 people get affected, it's hard to recommend this over other event artifacts. The next artifact from the arena they've brought out is the Crystallized Mana. Now this artifact is a bit specific, but it can be a very good artifact if used correctly. The Crystallized Mana works in a very similar way to the Phoenix Immortality plate mail, but a bit more effective with the right setup. I would use this artifact if you have at least some of the following: a Darkular 4-piece or above, healing items on your fighters, the Candelabrum of Fate artifact, the Repair Kit artifact, or the Orb of Storytelling. But we'll come back to that one in a bit as that's one of the new artifacts. But with all of these things that can produce a high amount of healing, the amount of damage you could see from just artifacts or healers that aren't even meant to be using damage could produce an insane amount with using this artifact, and with the more people you add, the more damage you're going to be seeing. If you are enjoying this video so far, then make sure you give this video a like to show me you are, and wait until you hear the very last artifact, it's certainly going to be one of the ones you want to be getting. Now moving on to the next artifact. This will be the Energy Collector. This unfortunately is one of my least favourites here, and here's why. You need to hope that the person wearing this will be resurrected each fight to actually make it worthwhile. So let's say you use the anchor or the horned helmet and use it on a fighter that you know that normally goes down first to make sure this works. Well, they only come back with 25,000 health, which isn't really a lot. If the number was 25% of his max health instead, then this would make a lot more sense. But I think the numbers are just a little too weak to be using over different artifacts. The fifth one they've added to the arena is the Riddle of the Ancients. Again, just like the Energy Collector, this doesn't produce enough health in my opinion to actually be worthwhile. It's great it adds 10,000 health to all allies, but 10,000 health these days just isn't a lot. But again, let's say you're struggling in gem base, then this will actually help you over 15 rounds, but even then, it's not going to be a game changer. The last artifact, which I'm quite excited about, is the Orb of Storytelling. Now compared to the previous artifacts, this blows them out of the water. 55,000 health is restored in all allies, and especially since this is once in a while, you can expect this to happen many times throughout a long fight. And the fact that their damage and spell power is increased by quite a high percentage at the same time is going to make it an extremely good artifact to be using in your squad today. So, looking through all the artifacts, what do I think is the best one out of them all? Well, it's a tough one because of the situations you might be facing, so here's my top 3. Firstly, I think with how you may have guessed it, it is the Orb of Storytelling. This has the best benefits across the board as it's once in a while and affects the whole team. In second place is going to be the Crystallized Mana Artifact. This was nearly in third because it's quite specific, but I expect most people to have at least one type of healer or at least some gear they can equip in their inventory, and the more healing types you add to your squad, the more damage this artifact is going to do. Now this next one is split for third, so I would recommend the Candelabrum Artifact first because of the better stats it brings, but if you definitely have no minions that you can spawn in, then maybe go for the Riddle of the Ancients to improve your gem base, as this will be happening fairly frequently over 15 rounds. If you want to see me do a video similar to this with the original artifacts, then make sure you get subscribed and leave a comment down below saying you want to see this. The last thing I wanted to mention on this video was about the additional thing they've added to the arenas, and that's the Badge of Courage Catcher. This will give you the ability to earn many more courage points with these multipliers, but they do come at an expensive cost of tickets. These can be a great advantage in earning extra courage to buy the item or artifact you want, especially if you want one of these newer ones which cost 30,000. So the best thing you can do is do all of your invasions, watch your adverts for more tickets, and wait for the right time when you either want to work towards a special item or when a rune event comes out where you know you'll be playing a lot of arenas. For people interested in this giveaway, let's have a look at who the winners are, and for anyone new to the channel, you can enter these giveaways by clicking the Gleam link in the description. All you need to do is enter your in-game ID correctly, and that's it, you've entered. Then you have the chance of winning 250 diamonds, and you can do this every single week. So let's see who won in this week's giveaway, and as usual I will be making sure all sensitive information is blurred out, and here we go. So well done to everyone that won. The next giveaway will be live now and you can join that down below, and good luck to everyone that enters, and thank you for watching.